I would be down to shoot 20. I would be 87 years old and shooting Shang-Chi 20 if they would let me. Interesting. I would love to see him go again. Let me think about that. I really would love to see him go against any of the people in the MCU. The only thing I will say, no time manipulation, because that to me is like cheating. Right? No reality bending. That's like, look, if you're gonna fight someone, fight them like hand to hand in a linear time progression. Like, I can't fight somebody who then go back in time and kill me before I was even born. Just feels like a little underhanded. But yeah, that's the answer. Such a dream come true. It's honestly, it's a joy every single day, and it was a joy shooting this movie. I mean, it was one of the toughest things I've ever done, but I mean, just so fulfilling each and every day, coming home with the realization that we are creating something that will mean so much to so many kids all over the world. You know, there's something so incredibly special about that. I think superheroes occupy just like a very special place in people's hearts and their minds and their imagination. I think they represent hope, and I think they represent possibility, and that is just such an empowering and inspirational feeling. So it's an honor. What else can I say? It's the best, man.
I feel very honored, and I am really excited. I've been very excited throughout this whole filming process, training process, and now promotion, because I just think, you know, it's the perfect timing for the world to see such film.
It's been very special for me. I never had a superhero growing up that I could identify with, and so to be able to put this new hero into the world, infuse into him and his storyline a theme that I find very relatable is something that is very exciting to give to a new generation of kids.
You know, it feels amazing just to be a part of Marvel's first Asian-led superhero film. I would say it just feels really cool, and I think you know, to any capacity, it's just an honor, I think, to be there.
Dude, it means the world, because I growing up in Canada as an Asian kid, you know, turning on the TV, I remember it was hard to feel seen, and you know, every television show that I watched, the lead of the show never looked like me, the second lead never looked like me, neither did the third or the fourth, and oftentimes the fifth. And you know, when I did see Asian characters, they were, you know, often stereotyped or made into punchlines, or, you know, just not aspirational. And I think it really affected the way that I saw myself and my ethnicity and my Asianness. It changed my relationship to my heritage and my ethnicity. I grew up, I think, being ashamed of it in a lot of ways. And I hope with a movie like this is that people will watch it and will realize that their ethnicity and their background isn't something to be ashamed of. Actually, it's something to take an immense amount of pride in. And you know, that's kind of the journey that I've been on with my own identity over the last few years, and it's been really incredible to be a part of that movement. I mean, by no means was I, you know, a national martial arts champion. I was not, you know, a Jackie Chan level martial artist by any means. I was a guy that literally like did backflips off of his friend's knee in my backyard, and one time landed on my head so badly that I was sure that I had broken my neck. I had my work cut out for me. I trained really hard, you know. I really threw myself into the preparation process. I knew that I had to do everything I could to inhabit this character. He's supposed to be the best hand-to-hand fighter on earth. That meant that I had to really just give it everything I had, and I really fought to do as many stunts as I possibly could. You know, had to really convince the coordinators and the directors to let me try things that ordinarily they wouldn't have let me try. And you know, I feel like I'm just a competitor like that. Like, I never like to feel like I can't do something. So if I saw it and I thought that there was a way that I could physically do it, I usually fought for it.
We didn't have any dance practice, but we had a lot of Tai Chi. My character's movement was inspired by Tai Chi. So I did a lot of Tai Chi training. Even though Tai Chi probably in people's mind it feels like something very slow, you know, you see those older people practicing in the park, is nothing like that. It's actually really powerful. It requires a lot of, you know, coordination and grounding, like, you know, your legs, and you have to like squat. Oh, it's really tiring. And you have to make it look easy. That's the hardest part. So I did train every day for over a month in Tai Chi, and I learned a lot about breathing, about balance. But that was only just the tip of the iceberg, because usually people have to practice, you know, decades to become master at it.
To be able to work with some of the best choreographers in the world was quite an experience. We had choreographers and performers from all over mainland China and Hong Kong who are legends in their craft, and some of the best in the world, and watching them do their thing was really quite a joy every day on set.
My favorite scene, I think, probably was the bus sequence. You know, I think, you know, because it took a while to shoot, but I think it was so cool to watch, you know, it all come together, and it was also fun to just kind of drive in the background while everyone's kind of doing their thing behind me.
There's a lot of favorites in this movie, but I find the first real fight sequence of the movie to be very special. It's a fight between Wenwu and Lee, and it's as much a love story as it is a fight, and as much a dance as it is a fight. And the choreo for that sequence was just so beautiful and elegant and emotional, and you really are watching two characters fall in love over the course of the, you know, two-minute choreography. So that was one of my favorite things.
That scene is just so special, isn't it? It's just, you know, a very romantic, very wuxia, you know, very fluid. It's almost like a dance. I had such a great time learning, you know, the whole sequence, and then training with Tony. Every single shot they planned it out, and they shot basically a sample for us to see with all the special effects and everything. We got to see the entire sequence before we even started training. So I've never seen anything like that before.
I would be down to shoot 20. I would be 87 years old and shooting Shang-Chi 20 if they would let me. As a fan, absolutely. I would love to. Absolutely.
Oh man, I mean, yeah, I'm available whenever you just hit me up, you know? Yeah, no, I'm really excited to see where they might go.
Yeah, I think it'd be really fun to explore these characters some more.
Yes, completely. I mean, first of all, I think What If is an incredible series. I love the idea of playing within the timeline that we've kind of grown used to, and asking the questions and kind of experimenting with these little deviations. I think it's innovative. I think it's awesome. I think the animation team is phenomenal. And do I want a little bit of Shang up in there? I mean, yeah, maybe a little bit.